We live? Okay. Shalom, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai Barakatham to the brothers. Yahweh Shemal Lathan Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai to the sisters. Okay. Israelite School, Universal and Practical Knowledge. Started out at 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under commanding General YAHANNA. Okay. Since 1969, we've been teaching Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians that they are the Most High's chosen people. Okay. The Jews of the Bible. Okay. This is the Florida Monday class, okay? So I'm gonna just give everybody a minute to jump in and we'll go ahead and get it started. Man, I wish I could see these brothers more, man. Like, I don't get to see, you know what I mean? We don't get to see each other, man. Yeah, because like when I hear this, all I can picture is that brother smile, you know what I mean? Like picture his face, you know what I mean? Shit. That's crazy, you know?
Right here, right here.
Yeah. Florida spread out, man. It's such a, you know.
know, it's still me out though. Now I'm going over heads like a honcho. Trying to stack with the Lord Jesus, I'm not joking. Money back to honcho, yo, open the shot though. They won't be feeling like a taco, yo. Don't get it twisted like a monster. Don't be bringing none of that bullshit to me, answer. You ain't seen this first practice in country. Really, you're the beast, you're on the side of monster. That's why I be thinking God, I'm alive, tapping into different lives, spinning more than the scribe. Every person open, let it center all the tribes. Lost in the hills, and struggle to survive, yo. I see you in the terrified. Now we out here living in this like desensitized. Part of the reason that I'm ugly, never surprised. My word was screams of brothers and see motion and cry. See the soul leave the body right before we die. 22 years old, look out for his prime. While your people rap my homies open dollar signs. But when our people is over, they quiet in the mind. Every day is a struggle, I speak in these signs. That's how I know we can relate, I speak in daily lives. I'm representing for my nation, Lord, Lord's prize. For my people that have been locked up into 25. We be a order minority, it's fine. They serve us, over the next 7 is fine. They murder one of us, we murder when they try. They're really lying, get no respect, and we don't fine. Living in time, we lose your life, and we'll go fine. Friends on the t-shirts, on the third shrine. And if all we ain't embarrassing, then he's fine. Cause he ain't coming out, let's take things to swerve it down. Get his name in the people, facing the line. World life is why you never better get inside. If I wasn't strong enough, then I would break inside. But I found the truth right before I looked my mind. Sorry, mama, I promise I wouldn't change it, but I heard what it's saying. How I claim the same me. And I know you feel the same way if you slay me. So when I say the right things, the devil don't blame me. I'm not here to make friends. Just making shit against my politics. Yo, what's affected on the college kids? I mean, why the students of the colleges? Newborn style, shopping bags and garbages. All these problems and garbages. Unless you want to be, you don't acknowledge this. Bags and garbages.
Sound like we from up north. All right, Shalom. I see Courtney in the building. Okay. Give everybody else a few more minutes to jump in. If you got a question, go ahead and put it in the chat. Okay, we'll try to get it answered. If not, I'll push it up the chain and get an answer for you. Okay. You got a question, Itazal? Okay. Okay, so we got Courtney, Yahweh Shemal Atha, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Let's just do one. Let's do one more. All right, so no questions yet.
The website is updated now.
Yeah, I was just gonna ask you about it, but I figured I'd wait. You know what I mean? Because I'm definitely trying to get it in. I need new colors. I need some good colors. So some nice, deep maroon, some deep brown. You know what I'm saying? But I'll get with you. Okay, same old's going on right now. You know, wars and rumors of wars. You know what I mean? And Esau showing who they really are, right? You know what I mean? You saw, what was it? The clip that they showed from the guy from the night, the the guy from the Tonight Show or something it's called, the black light-skinned guy.
You talking about NBC?
No, it's like on HBO or something.
Oh, I know you're talking
Trevor
about Trevor or something.
Yeah. So you saw the clip he put together, right? Where it showed the journalist saying that, you know, this shouldn't be happening to Europeans. You know what I mean? Like, not Europeans. This is not third world country. You know what I mean? Like, these are people that you would live next door to and, you know, be proud to live next door to. They're all good, you know, they're all good. Yeah, they're civilized people, you know what I mean? And Trevor was like, I don't know, somebody from somewhere, you know, he said it's a million and something, you know, refugees, and they're all good civilized people. And he was like, well, shit, you must have, you know, good communication skills or something, you know. He's like, how are you? You know what I mean? What's your name? Where are you from? You're a good person. Like a million people, he know they're all good. You know, they're all good. Ain't none of them, not one of them a rapist out of a million. Not one of them is a thief. You know what I mean? Not one of them is a pedophile. You know, they're all good civilized Europeans. You know what I'm saying?
As a whole, as a nation.
As long as you're European, you're a good civilized person. You know what I'm saying? And we, like, it's so much that can be shown to us and put right in our face, and we still don't get it. You know what I'm saying? We still don't understand that, you know what, we would be so much better if it was just blacks and Hispanics together. You know what I mean? Like just us, not with them. You know what I mean? But you have it's brothers. You know what I mean? Like that are ready to put on, you know, their gear and go over there and fight. Why? It must be something like that, because I mean, just how many brothers get on the YouTube or the TV or anything and be like, put out posts on Facebook, riding in their car, yeah, man, this is messed up. I'm about to go to Mexico and, you know, fight for the kids and, you know, fighting that war, you know, but they doing that about Ukraine. People that nobody never even talk about. Nobody's thinking about Ukrainians. We never even think or talk about them. But now, just because they're getting bombed to piss, niggas are like, yeah, man, you know, this is messed up. You know, they driving in their car. You know, this is, it ain't right. I'm ready to go. But they won't do it for Mexicans or Puerto Ricans, not even for their own niggas. You know what I mean? Go ahead.
Did you see BLACKWATCH last night?
You might have, yeah, there
you see BLACKWATCH last night?
Hold the thing. Yes, yeah.
Check.
BLACKWATCH?
Yeah, you watched BLACKWATch?
Yeah.
You watched it last night?
I'm pretty sure, yeah.
Because General YAHANNA said something that's so heavy. Like
I did miss some of it because I was jammed up. But before he even came in, it was, you know, all the captains, you know, and I was watching it, and he came in, you know, he was in his car. Yeah, man. You know what they said? You're right.
You're right. So he said something heavy.
Come on with it.
He was saying, like, we should realize, like, as a people, black people, Hispanic people, Native people, we should realize how, as a people, when we sitting on our hands and not willing to do anything when it came to the plight of black people, the plight of Mexican people, the plight of Native Indian people, we did nothing. We didn't feel no type of way, we let it go.
Right.
It was like a normal thing.
Right.
And then as soon as our oppressors are in trouble,
right,
we crying and saying for them. And want to go and save them.
That's what I'm saying. Like, what happened to you, man? What happened to you, Israel? That, you know what I mean? Like, your own people get destroyed, and it's like a normal thing. You know why? You know why they act like it's a normal thing? Because it is a normal thing. It's a normal thing for us to be downtrodden, you know, put down in the media, said that we're, no good, lazy, shiftless, to get killed. Oh, it's normal. This stuff is normal, and we gotta denormalize this. You know what I mean? Like, but guess what's not normal?
Actually doing something for him?
No, what's not normal?
Us.
You right about that? We are simply abnormal. We're definitely abnormal. We're not normal.
It's not normal for them to go through it.
Yes, it's not normal for them to be getting bombed. And they keep equating it to World War II. This hasn't happened since World War II. And every time that I hear that and I see him say it, I hear him say it, I'm like, World War III. This hasn't happened since World War II, and it's happening again, World War III. You know what I mean? Like,
2 and 2 together.
2 and 1. It's happening now. It happened twice. Ding, 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 ding. 3. I don't know. Okay. Yeah. All right. Officer Magazar, Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahshua Barakatah, KJ the designer, Shalom Yahweh, Shemal Alatah, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Bayana, Shalom Yahweh, Shemal Alatah, Ba'ashem Yahushai. Okay. Mosiah Christ. Thara Pa'ah. If y'all got any questions, go ahead and put them in the chat. We'll try to get it, we'll try to get it knocked down to the white meat if we can. If not, then we'll send it up to a captain or general. And, I'm sure they will, definitely, obliterate it, and we'll get it answered for you. But the biggest thing that is on my mind with everything that's happening, and you know what, I feel like I've been saying this for a few weeks in a row. It seems like, we have to separate. We have to willingly separate ourselves, or we're going to die with them. Okay, so just like the basketball sister that's over there, she got arrested and all this, that. If she would have separated herself and say, you know what, I'm going to stay over here in North America with niggas and this, that, she'd never be jammed up over there and stuck in Russia. You know how that's gotta feel, man? Like, to be in their jail and that's gotta feel like you're gonna die at any moment. You're, right, you know what I mean? Like, you are so isolated. You got nothing but Russians walking around talking Russian. You don't speak that language, I'm sure she feels like life is over. You know what I mean? But being a good slave, she's probably, in her mind, she's probably like, Master's gonna help. Master's gonna save me. I just gotta, yeah, I just gotta endure. Master gonna save me. You know what I mean? And we can't look. We've been looking to our oppressor to save us for too long, right? We've been looking to our oppressor to save us for too long. And that's what we going wrong at. We got to look for, we got to look to our power, to save us. Because the white man has his power. His power is nuclear bombs, guns, like ropes to hang you with, fire to burn you with. That's his power. Our power is all omnipotent and unseen. You know what I mean? Like, he's in the third dimension, but he will show up for you if you serve him properly. You know what I mean? Like any father. You know what I mean? So I just, you know what I mean? Like,
it's like now, if I may, it's like now, like we've been, Commander YAHANNA has been, teaching this truth since 1969.
Right.
And now we're looking at it like we're being rewarded. You know what I'm saying? Like, we can, it's a small reward, but it's to something bigger. But like we can sit back and look at it like this is the patience of the saints. You know what I'm saying? This is what we've been so patient for. Because now the things that they are looking at, the rest of the world is looking at as a curse and a bad thing. And of course it's bad that people are having to die. But for us, this means our salvation. This means our freedom. This means no longer being in slavery, and now we get rulership. You know what I'm saying? So it's like now we get to say like we can. It's not over yet, but we getting to see like this is what we've been waiting for. You know what I'm saying? This is what we've been fighting so hard for. And give you a little bit more encouragement in this truth. You know what I'm saying?
That's the point. In the truth. Because outside of the truth, they feel like it's a curse. They feel like, you know what I mean? Like this shouldn't be happening. You know what I mean? But in here, we feel like this is what we've been praying for. This is what we've been looking forward to. Right. It's scary. Right. You know what I mean? You be like, okay, them bombs coming. I hope them spaceships show up. Like, you know what I mean? Like right on time. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? But the scriptures say for us not to, you know what I mean? Not to worry, right? What is that in the book of Matthew? The wars and rumors of wars. We've been going over that ever since this stuff's been jumping. We've been all into rumors of wars and rumors of wars. Where is it at? Give it to me. I know it's in Matthew 7 and something. Am I right? No. No, it's not 7. 15.
No, I'm sure that's last week.
Okay. Wars and rumors of wars. Ever since, man, when the first time like I got the good breakdown on that from Captain Shawar Yala, man, I was like, shit. You know what I mean? Like when he broke that down to me, I was like, boy, that's heavy. You know what I'm saying? That is heavy. And it's so true. You know, the way he broke it down and gave it to me, I was like, that is so true. Like everything that's happening, it ain't even none of our business. You know what I'm saying? It's none of our business what Ukraine and Russia is doing to each other. Right. That is none of your business, man. Like, how do you feel like that is part of, you got something to do with that? How do you feel like you got something to do with that? I don't understand, nigga. It's like you. But, you know, and then they just brought out today that there's a part of Ukraine that they just found this oil reserve in like a few years back. Ukraine, if they tap that oil reserve that they have, it said that they would be like the 14th or something, like something 7th or something biggest distributor of oil. So when I heard that, I'm like, that's Esau. His big dream is to make Russia, the superpower it was, but he know about that oil that's over there. You know what I mean? It's always come down to money with them, man. It's always come down to money with them. But you know what I mean? Like it was, like I said, that's none of our business. Like we over here in the ghetto. You know what I mean? Like some of us have not been out of the 10 square mile of where we was born and raised all our whole lives. How the heck Ukraine got anything to do with you? You know what I'm saying? When has Ukraine ever put out a press conference or public statement saying y'all messing? Why y'all treating them black people like that over there?
Just to pray for black people emoji on their or
not right anything. What if they don't even acknowledge you? They don't like you are the last thing.
Except for when it's marketable, except for when it's money.
Right. But
Black Lives Matter. They'll do that.
Ukraine, I don't even think they would. Nothing could be profitable to them to say Black Lives Matter. Nigga, it's so white over there. When I did see a couple of black dots in the crowd, I'm like, what the heck? What are they doing over? Why would you even go over there? Like, why would you go? Right. Why would you go to Ukraine? What the heck? Really? Man, we got the wars and rumors of wars. Officer Mugazar. Okay, he says Matthew 26 and 6.
I got 24.
Go ahead.
He probably got 24.
Okay.
The book of Matthew chapter 24, verse 6. Verse 5. Verse 4.
Right.
And Yahushua answered and said unto them, take heed that no man deceive you.
Like this, that's heavy because that's why we so jammed up today. Because everybody has deceived us since slavery. Okay? Like since Esau came in and gave us that, a preacher to, what was that Bible called? The slave Bible. Since he gave us a Negro to read the slave Bible to us, ever since then, we've been getting deceived. I mean, from the Black Panthers, just you go through all of it, Islam. I mean, we just been, and I understand why, nigga, you come to, hey, you need to do this. You be like, man, are you kidding me? Like, really? Another scam? Another scam, right? All right, man, just whatever, bro. We've been scammed so much to, like, it's crazy because, like, we stand on the corner. We stand on the street corner and we yell and try to wake people up, and we've been so deceived to, like, it don't even phase black people. They walking by, they're like, it's just whatever, like what kind of show is this? They just keep going. Like, I can imagine how Noah felt. You know what I mean? Noah screamed and yelled for 400 years. You know what I'm saying? And they just always like, you tripping. You know what I mean? Like, and that's how they treat us, man. Go ahead.
Take heed that no man deceive you. For many shall come in my name, saying, I am Christ, and shall deceive many.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, when it says that they should come in his name saying, I am Christ, they're not saying that they are Christ, but they're saying this is what Christ said, or this is what Christ would have done, or this is how Christ.
I'm a Christian.
Right. You know what I mean?
I'm like Christ.
Right. Christ-like. They're saying Christ said the laws are done away with. You know what I mean? Christ said God loved everybody. They're coming in Christ's name saying Christ, but they're deceiving people. You know what I mean? They're deceiving blacks, Hispanics. Because look, nobody else needs to be deceived. Everybody else got their own God. They got their, their government. They got whatever they need to sustain themselves. Okay? And we can't have a government without our power, without his laws. Okay, our government is based off his laws. We can't come up with a government with our own laws. We can't come up with our own statutes, and that's why in Ukraine they're saying they're trying to get what's this the Ukraine president name?
Ukraine?
Right, whatever his name is. They're saying, listen, it's all kinds of stuff out there. They're saying, okay, Putin is willing to let you live if you would just flee, and he's going to set up another government for the Ukraine people that they can operate under, a new government. And that's the point. Like, black people we don't have our own government. We got Esau's government, and we are trying so hard to, like, get into his government and into his structure and to his society till we don't see that we need to make our own. You know what I'm saying? And that's what's, you know what I mean? Like, that's what's so crazy about it. Like, we can't come into our own until we realize we have to have, what we have to have is these laws, statutes, and commandments. Not any just, something that you come up with yourself or something that the other nation give you. It has to be this. If it's not this, it's not going to work ever, because our power chose us, and we said we would establish his word in the earth. Okay, that's his laws, his statutes. We have to run under that. You know what I mean? Go ahead.
And
let them know where you at.
Okay. The book of Matthew, chapter 24, verse 6. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet.
Right. I mean, the end ain't yet, you know what I mean? But we've been hearing about wars and rumors of wars since when? Since the end of World War II. It's still, you know what I mean? It's always some kind of conflict between the other nations, you know what I'm saying? It's always something going on, but it has nothing to do with you. So, like, you shouldn't, only way that you are not going to be troubled is if you understand what's going to happen, right? What's going to happen if there is a war? Who do you depend on to save you? Who do you serve? You know what I'm saying? Like, if you serve, like, okay, this rumors of war right now is between Ukraine and Russia. If you serve one of them, then you should be troubled. But if you don't serve them, what the heck are you troubled about? If you realize that your power that you serve is like more powerful than them, right? Like, he'll get you out of that. He'll save you from that. You don't have to be worried about that. Like, if you serve your God, the black God of blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, if you serve that God, you won't have to worry about what's happening between Russia and Ukraine. You know what I mean? Like, you'll be able to know that you'll get taken, like, you'll get led out of that, just like our power did for us in Egypt. You know what I'm saying? He led us out of that. We didn't have to do anything. He just sent us a man that told us what to do. We follow what he said to do, and we're saved. You know what I'm saying? We do what he say, and we're on top. We save, we get our own land, this, that, and the third. We can't be incorporating ourselves into what white America or, the oppressor society has got going on. And that's the biggest and hardest thing, it seems, for us to make other blacks, Hispanics, Native Indians to understand. I think the Native Indians understand it, but they just don't quite understand attaching themselves to us. You know what I'm saying? Like, they know, like, anybody on the earth knows that the white man is the devil. It's the Native Indians. They don't know how to or who to serve. They feel ostracized, like the niggas ain't with us, even though we are. We gotta have to go to them during reservations, and you know what I mean, and wait and let them know what we got going on. You know what I'm saying? And they did a show one time. The people were saying over there in the reservation that they feel like blacks, Hispanics are just like spitting on their graves or whatever because they celebrate Thanksgiving. We don't celebrate Thanksgiving in here. You know what I'm saying? We celebrate high holy days. Like when I read the New Testament, it's all about Christ. You know, the Passover was nigh, the blowing of the trumpets, you know, and he was always going to Jerusalem to, you know what I mean, like to uphold that high holy day. You know what I mean? That's what we own in the Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge. Okay. So it's verse 6, and ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. You know, see that ye not be troubled. You know what I mean? All these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. Like just because you hear of these wars don't mean it's over. Not for us. What's the scripture? The end of Jacob is the end of Esau is the beginning of Jacob. You know what I'm saying? It ain't over for us when they kill each other and bomb each other, but you got to be in the right spirit. You got to be in the right spirit. You got to be serving your power. You know what I'm saying? If you're not, you know what I mean? Like, you got to have, you know, your faith has to be strong. Like what Captain Shawarrior always say, make your election sure. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't be lukewarm. You either hot or cold. You know what I mean? Like over here, we hot, baby. You know what I'm saying? On fire, waiting for this thing to happen. You know what I'm saying? You got something?
No.
Oh, okay.
I was looking for something.
What you got? What you got on your mind?
No, I wanted to kind of read it first because I think it has something to do with it. I don't know. It's
Okay.
talking about 3 days. In the third day that we would start waking up or something like that. Or either the second day or the third day, I think. But like, you know, General YAHANNA broke it down. He was like saying, you know, the second day is like, you know, a day is like 1,000 years, right? So he was saying like after 2,000 years, then we was gonna start waking up, something like that. And it was part of the breakdown for the year 2000 prophecy.
1969.
They prophesied that, you know, the world was ending in 2000.
Right.
And they used that.
That's when we start waking up.
Yeah, exactly.
Because, yeah, like it was a boom after, you know what I mean, the year 2000, you know what I'm saying? And Most High in Christ, you know what I'm saying? Like he broke down, you know what I mean? Like imagine if he did decide to come at 2000, I'd have been fried, you know what I mean? Like, because I had nothing, no idea. I hadn't, you know what I mean? Like no clue. And that's, you know what I mean? Like what's so crazy is how we are born in this earth, like already on some crazy stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like it might just be another generation or so, and this thing might be, you know.
Listen, it's so close.
Yeah, I know. Like, cause at a certain time you be like, oh shit, this is it. And then they be like, well, okay, so Putin said he's gonna come to the table and talk. You be like, really?
But even still, it still trickles a little change. Like it's still like.
Right, but and I think about the whole breakdown that I've heard, you know, from Commanding General YAHANNA, General Mahaiman, you know, other captains and generals. It's just, you know, there's a little bit more that has to come to pass. You know what I'm saying? There's some things that has to happen. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I mean? We have to not choose them like they don't choose us. You know what I'm saying? These are the Edomites do not choose blacks, Hispanics, or Native Indians. Okay, they don't want to have no dealings with you. You know what I'm saying? They don't want to have no dealings with you. And you know what? The tables used to be when Christ walked the earth. That's what he was on. And other Jews was on that too. Other Jews didn't deal with the Samaritans. Like if you was a Jew, you didn't really deal with the Samaritans. Some of us anyway. It's in the book of John. I think I got it right here. John chapter 4. Okay, John chapter 4. We start at verse 7, if you could read that for me. John chapter 4 and verse 7. Okay, young man, hold on. Young man, Yasha Allah Panama. Yeah, I heard about that. Yasha Allah. Who that? I don't know who that is. He from Panama though. Okay, Shalom Yahbashim Yahshua Barakatah. He a young man, so obviously he don't have a name yet, but he say Yasha Allah. Okay, from Panama. Most High in Christ. Okay, Chance Zimmerman. Chance, that's his sister, right?
It's a very unisex name.
Okay. But yeah, we have to separate. We have to choose to separate ourselves from the spirit of these other nations, the spirit of Esau, the spirit of the world today. We have to choose to separate ourselves from that. We have to choose to separate celebrating, Christmas and Thanksgiving and all that. We have to choose to only celebrate what our power gave us to celebrate. You know what I'm saying? We have to, that's a choice you have to make, or you're going to get caught up in you're going to get caught up in somebody else's business. You know what I'm saying? Have you ever seen people be in an argument or something, and somebody go and get in between them two that don't even know them, and they end up getting, beat up or hurt or whatever? That's what black people want to do with, Esau. We see them fighting each other, and we want to jump. You know what? I be seeing these news panels, and it's always like 4 or 5 Edomites, and then there's one black person. And I'm like, what are you doing there? You know what I mean? And they be talking like they represent, like America is really loved them. Like they are really, they be talking better than the Edomites about America. I'd be like, this.
Jordan Peterson?
Who?
Jordan Peterson.
Jordan Peterson, no.
Not Jordan Peterson. I'm tripping. Something Peterson. The dude is a brother that Captain Cesario did an interview with. Okay. And he's like a big Donald Trump supporter, but he got some type of issue, like he mentally challenged or something like that. Yeah. He got a radio station, he's very famous. And this guy, man, the way he talk about America, the way he talk about Trump, is like he's the biggest Trump supporter. He calls Donald Trump the Great White Hope, and he calls sisters sluts, and you know what I'm saying, like. He had Captain Zardock on, and they was talking about the Hebrew Israelite. He was, trying to trash Hebrew Israelites, but it's crazy. Like, and then you got the other chick, the black sister, man. She's a Donald Trump supporter. Just slipped my mind. Candace Owens. You heard of Candace Owens, right? Candace Owens. She was on one of them housewife shows, right? I don't know about that. I know she's very political person. Candace Owens, okay. She damn near hates being black. Yeah. Like she doesn't. She wants to be white so bad. Yeah. And all it is that they are envying white people. Like they see how white people are treated. They see, like how white people have privilege, how white people are strong in the earth right now. And instead of building up your own house, right, you rather just go and try to move into somebody else's house.
You know what I'm saying? And this, that's so selfish. And you know what it is? It's being weak. It's being weak and not wanting to put in work and the effort and the blood and the sweat to actually build your own house. A house is not just, you know what I mean? Like the kingdom is not going to come out of the sky like, the Christian church, it's not going to be like this whole kingdom that's just going to come out the sky and land on the earth, and you're good to go. There's no work involved. Just go live in the kingdom. That's no, come on, man.
Kingdom's like,
go ahead.
The kingdom got rulers, and then the kingdom got servants.
Right.
The kingdom got the people.
Right. Just like this is a kingdom right now.
Right.
It had to be built by somebody.
Right.
Somebody built this kingdom. I was thinking about it the other day, like how they say Joseph was a carpenter, right? If it was back in his time and you was like roaming, going from here to there, whatever, and you saw a building being built like you see now, he would have been in one of them buildings. He'd have been a construction worker. You know what I mean? He was built, you know what I mean? Like had to build, somebody's got to build the kingdom. Like the kingdom coming down is basically the spirit of the Most High coming down into you and you playing it out on the earth. Okay. And his spirit is for you to have all the other nations as your servant, laying brick, pouring concrete, you know what I'm saying? Installing electrical fixtures, you know what I'm saying? Like that's his spirit. We need to take on his spirit. We need to take on his spirit. Okay. So we book of John, chapter 4 and verse 9. Oh, verse 7. Okay, and this is, I just wanted to, like, Christ, you know what I mean? Like, we didn't deal with them. We chose not to deal with them. Christ chose not to deal with them, okay? And just like the script's been flipped today. Now, they choose not to deal with us, but we want to deal with them. You know what I'm saying? We want to be into whatever they got going on, okay? And we have to make a self-willing choice to be pro-black. People talk about it. They say it all the time, but are they really about it? Are you really about being pro-black? I don't think so. Let's see. Go ahead and read.
Book of John, chapter 4, verse 4.
You start at 7.
7.
Yeah.
There cometh a woman of Samaria to draw water. YAHANNA said unto her, give me to drink.
Right. Like a good servant. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's what she should be. She's a woman of Samaria. Okay. She's not a Jew. She's not black. Guess what she was?
What?
Right. But what would we call her today?
Russian.
That could be true too, because like it's so crazy how they're saying like the Germans, it's getting crazy over there. Like I'm gonna have to try to get it all squared out because there's Germans over there, there's Jewish people over there. I mean, like it's crazy over there, right? You know what I mean? Like it's like trying to figure out a jigsaw puzzle. But she's a woman of Samaria. Today we would call her what? Okay. I'll keep, all right. It'll give it to you a little later. Huh? No. Because remember, she's going to say that our father Jacob. She's claiming Jacob.
Oh. She's Jewish?
She's Jewish. She would be a Jewish woman. Okay. She's Jewish. Okay. Okay. Go ahead. Read.
There cometh a woman of Samaria to draw water. YAHANNA said unto her,
give me to drink. For his disciples were gone away unto the city to buy meat. Then said the woman of Samaria unto him, how is it that thou, being a Jew,
being a what?
a Jew,
Being what?
a Jew,
Being what?
a Jew,
A Jew, baby. That is a, listen, that you should wear that with pride. We should, man, everything you got today should say Jew on it. Just a big J-E-W, Jew. Just, you know what I mean? Like Jew, just Jew, you not Jewish.
And look, if I may, not to cut you off.
Come
but
on.
it's so heavy like that. Like niggas give each other nicknames.
Yeah.
Right? Like why you don't do like if they gonna give a nickname, it's gonna be something totally different. They turn Robert into Bob, and then Richard into Dick. Like you know, they do some off the wall stuff.
Right.
We took Judah
Mm-hmm.
and made it Jew.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, that's just what it is.
Big Jew, baby.
Jew, baby. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying?
That's us. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna put Jew on everything I got. Just Jew. It's gonna be like, just write it on the label in the back of my shirt. You know what I mean? Somebody find it. Well, this belongs to a Jew. Is there any Jews around here? What you got? We found a shirt and they lost it. You know what I mean?
Say Jew on it? All right.
You know what I mean? Go ahead.
How is it that thou, being a Jew, askest drink of me, which am a woman of Samaria?
Which means she is a Jewish woman. Go ahead.
For the Jews have no dealings with the Samaritan.
Right. That's the spirit we should have. That's the spirit all blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians should have, that we have no dealings with the other nations. Okay? Unless it's like, okay, we still in slavery right now. I'll come to you, do my slave and get some money so I can pay the light bill. Or if I'm independent, I'll sell some t-shirts to you or whatever. You know what I mean? I'll let you print my t-shirt, whatever, it is that I have to survive in this society right now. But I don't hang out with you. I don't fight your wars. Okay. I don't, associate with you. You know what I'm saying? I don't do that. You know what I'm saying? Not even, this was amazing to her just for a Jew to say, give me some water. Because we didn't, you know what I mean? Like we saw one of them, and you walk by, you just be like, keep walking, So we didn't deal with them. That's the spirit we should have today. We should be like, no dealings unless it's, economically, it's something that has to do with economics. Other than that, we should not be dealing with them. Okay. Not even socially, not politically, what would you call war tactics, nothing. We should have no dealings with them. Okay, we should not be dealing with them. Okay, go ahead, keep reading.
For the Jews have no dealings with the Samaritan. Yahushua answered and said unto her, if thou knewest the gift of God, and who it is that said to thee, give me to drink, thou wouldst have asked of him, and he would have given thee living water.
Right. So you know what that means. Somebody's got to be your servant. Okay. I was thinking this earlier today when I was at the crib. I'm like, you know what I mean? Like, it hurts black people that black people that have white mothers. I think for them, it's hard, or any brother or sister that has a white mother and they know that white side of the family, it's hard for them to hear this. Like, only black people are gonna rule. If you're white, you can be a servant. It's like if it happened today, just like that, your mama would have to be a slave, and you know she couldn't come in the house. She got to live out there in the shed. You know what I mean? Like, and that hurts them. You know what I'm saying? And it's hard for them to. Niggas love their mamas. You know what I mean? Like we've been taught for not even really taught, but that's what our oppressor gave us, was our mama. They killed the daddy, okay, and left the mama and the children there. And the mama was like, if you don't want to die like your daddy, if you don't want to hang like your daddy, if you don't want to burn like your daddy, talk proper. Cut your hair, cut all this off, look sweet and soft. And you know what I mean? Like, that's just like almost like what the Ukrainians are doing over there. It's almost like automatically, like they won't let the men leave. If you are fighting AIDS, you have to stay in Ukraine. It's nothing but women and children getting out, right? And do you think that those men want to stay? They don't want to stay. They don't want to stay, man.
Especially not 18-year-old.
Listen, none of the men want to stay. But since it's a law and they just can't get out, when the camera comes, they're like, yes, I must stay and fight. You know? But you know they don't want to be there. They don't want to be there.
What you said is so heavy. I was watching RT News, and they did that. They went up to this little boy. He just got done crying, and he was off camera a little bit. They was talking to his mom, and they was talking about how the boys got to go to war, and he 2 years away from being at the age where he can go, and you can see him off in the background, kind of like he about to crack up.
Listen, what you're saying is true.
And if I may,
go ahead.
And as soon as they cut to him and they asked him a question,
I must fight. I want to fight.
I don't want to go, but I want to fight for my country. Okay, yeah.
That's, you know what I mean? Like women and children, you know what I mean? Like they can be formed into something else. The men, they are what they are. But if you get rid of the men and you just have women and children, you can make them Christians. You can make them Russians. You can make them whatever the heck you want to make them. You know what I mean? Because they're soft. They're weak. Men are not. They're supposed to be strong. You know what I'm saying? So you know what I mean? Like,
if I could,
go ahead.
Like all this bigging up they doing for Ukraine, talking about how they're a great European country, they don't uphold to none of the stuff that Americans see to be, civilized. Whatever. Like their whole idea of love is love, or their whole idea of if you're a woman born in a man's body, you can just be a transsexual. They don't believe none of that stuff. If you're a man, you're fighting in this war. You know what I'm saying? You're not getting. I don't care if you think you're a woman.
Yeah.
Whatever, you fighting in this war. They don't see none of that stuff.
Yeah, that's crazy too in itself. You know what I'm saying? I saw this. All right, we got Chance Zimmerman. That's a brother or sister. That is a brother, okay? Chance, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh, Shabrakatah. Okay, Most High in Christ, Chance. Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh, Shabrakatah to you. We got Becky M. Shalom. Yahweh, Shemal, Atah, Ba'ashem, Yahweh, Shai. Okay. But we need to take our spirit out of, these other nations and fighting for what they got going on and trying to be a part of, their society and their, whatever they got going on. They got, Listen, come back to the ghetto and build that up. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to have, even Edomites, the way they live and everything lets you know money can't make you happy. Money is not the end of happiness, okay? Money is not going to solve cancer. Money is not going to solve, your loved ones being on drugs. Money doesn't solve problems. Yahweh Bashim Yahushai solves problems. Okay, being under that, okay, following that solves problems. Okay, and that's what we've been teaching. That's what this school's been teaching since '69. You know what I mean? Like, and we ain't doing nothing but growing. You know what I mean? Getting stronger. You know what I'm saying? And that's, you know what I mean? Like, but we don't need it, but we want to see all Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians come to the understanding that they should be serving the Black God and not some fake, Christ or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
I got a couple of precepts.
Go ahead. What you got?
Ezekiel chapter 20, verse 32.
Hold on. Ezekiel?
Yeah, it's talking about what's about to take place with these wars and stuff like that.
20 and 32?
Yes.
Okay. 20 and 32. Go ahead.
All right. The book of Ezekiel, chapter 20, verse 32. And that which cometh into your mind shall not be at all that ye say, we will be as the heathen, as the families of the countries, to serve wood and stone.
That should, like that. The Lord is not gonna let that prosper. You know what I'm saying? Like that shouldn't even be what you're thinking. You know what I'm saying? Like you want to serve wood? What's the wood? Christian church, the cross that the KKK burnt in front of your house. Okay, you want to serve that thing. You want to serve the torture device that Christ died on. You know what I mean? You want to serve that. You want to bow down to that, and not really that. You know, that the stone. Okay, we know the stone is the cobblestone. The what are they called? What's the religion? Islam. Okay, but it tells you right here that we will be as the heathens. Okay, and that which cometh in your mind shall not be at all. And this is what Black people are on.
Right, if I could.
Go ahead.
This goes to what you were saying about, instead of us building up our house,
Right.
we want to go into
Right, they want to go slide right in. Oh, y'all got it going on over here. You know what I mean? Like, where can I fit in over here? When you shouldn't want to do that. Okay, you shouldn't want to do that. No other nation of people do that but Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. Okay, the East Indian don't do that. Okay, they might come over here and try to get a business going and this, that, and the third, but they trying to support their own house. You know what I'm saying? The Arab man, he do the same thing. They come over here and eat deliciously off Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. They see what, you know what I mean, this society has to offer, and they come in and partake in it. Okay, but the Lord is saying, and that which cometh into your mind shall not be at all. This should not be. Okay, it's not going to come to pass that ye say we will be as the heathens. Okay, you just want to be like the white man. Right. You just want to, you know what I mean, like be like Carson Tucker. You know what I mean, like you want to be on the CNN news. You know what I mean. You want to say you part of America. You want to be. Russia shouldn't be. Whenever I see Black people on the news, like talking about this war and stuff, and like they are, like it's their business. It's almost like you can see. It's like, what are you talking about? You know what I mean? Like you shouldn't be. They just look so out of place.
Like it's hard to got anything to do with America alone. But then you gonna still get Black behind up here. You know what I'm saying? Like It's hard to even got anything to do with America. Let them two duke it out.
Right. You know what I mean? Like you have nothing to, and this is like this scripture you just brought out. This is it. You know what I'm saying? They're saying in their mind, okay, they shall be like the heathen. They want to join themselves to that. Okay, as the families of the countries to serve wood and wood and stone. You know what I'm saying? They want to, they're willing to do that rather than to serve their own power, to serve their natural God, and build their house. And you know what the thing is, Itazab, it's gonna take time. It takes probably 2 or 3 generations. If everybody like really dug their heels in and say, okay, you know what I mean, this is what we're doing, we're going to be black people only, it'll take 1 or 2 generations and we would be on top. But black people, we're too selfish to think about, I'm not going to enjoy this life, but my great grandkids will.
Right.
Before a black person do that, they be like, well, nah, I'm going to do what this verse 32 say. You know what I mean? I'm going to join myself to them. And I want to live good. I want to enjoy life. You know what I'm saying? Right. They're going off the theological of what the white press has been teaching them. You only have one life to live. What was that synonym you said that once?
What?
Yeah, one life to live. Lolo, okay. YOLO. You only live once. There it is. And you know that who came up with that? Black people didn't come up with that. Black people have been rolling with this forever. Now, you know why we say that? Because that's what the oppressor says. And we like, that shit sounds good. I can, enjoy my life. Forget trying to fight and struggle and bleed and sweat and suffer so my grandkids can have a better life. I want to live my life now. You know what I mean? And if they don't want to get on this train, then, oh well. And that's, that's our, the way we think. Okay? So that's a good one right there.
There's more.
Go ahead.
Okay. Verse 33. As I live, saith the Most High Power, surely with a mighty hand and with a stretched out arm and with fury poured out will I rule over you.
Right. Like, what's the fury?
The hell, man. Being in the ghetto, being the bottom, even when you're trying to fit in.
You're right on it.
You're still at the bottom.
Yes. The Lord's going to rule over you. He's not, you know what I mean? Like, he's going to make you be under the people you want to join. You're going to still be in slavery. You're going to still be the slave, okay? You're going to, with a stretched out arm, the Lord is still going to rule over you. You know what I'm saying? You got a choice. You can either serve the Most High or you can serve your oppressor, okay? You know what I mean? Like, you have that mindset, the oppressor is definitely, you're going to be on the bottom. You know what I mean? You're going to be in slavery. You're going to get shot down the streets. You're going to be the last hired and the first fired. Okay. The Lord is going to make sure that, you know what I mean? Like, because that makes him angry that you want to, you know what I mean? You rather serve your oppressor than to serve him. Okay. That makes our power, that makes him angry. Okay. As I live, we serve a living power, said the Most High Power, surely with a mighty hand and with stretched out arms and with fury poured out will I rule over you. Okay, if you have that mindset that you just want to serve wood and stone and be like the other families of the earth, that's why we in slavery right now, because that's what we decided. That's what, you know what I'm saying, we wanted to do. and now we're on the bottom. This is a direct precept to Deuteronomy. Okay, you can choose. You know what I mean? Like if you choose to do what the Lord say, you'll be on top. But if you choose this to be like the other families and try to slide in it, you're gonna be in slavery. Okay, and this is the problem. All these brothers and sisters that are in these positions in the media or whatever, you know what I mean? They don't think they're slaves because they get paid a good, amount of money to serve. You know what I'm saying? They get paid a good salary to be a token. Okay, basically to be a token. I was watching this show, and I said, why? I said these white people keep feeding us this goddamn dream and got niggas chasing it. It's a show called The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. They got a new one. You seen it?
Nah, I ain't watching it.
I didn't watch it.
My mom was watching it.
Somebody was watching it. I was right there. Well, I was watching it because I turned it on. You want to watch it? Okay, we watched it. And it's like, it's a dream, man. Like it's a fantasy. And niggas will chase that dream and forget. They will do what verse 32 said and try to, be a part of that family and do whatever you got to be a judge or a governor and all this, that, and the third, so he can try to live like that and turn his back on his people. You know what I mean? Like, and they put that on the TV and entice brothers and sisters, man. And they look at that and be like, that's the move right there. And in order to get that, you got to turn your back on your brothers and sisters. In order to be that judge and that governor, now you got to sit in a seat and punish and destroy black people. You know what I'm saying? You got to turn your back on your people. But when they see the car, the big giant house, it's worth it to them. It's worth it to them. Instead of, you know what I mean, like saying, you know what? I may not. They should think like Moses. They should think like Moses. Moses said, I'm not going to see the kingdom. But he didn't turn his back on the Most High. He still served until the Most High said, you're going to die. No sweat. You know what I'm saying? No sweat. I'm going to still serve you. Let me get this brother set up right. Let me get him, you know what I mean, where he need to be. Look, Joseph, this is, you know what I mean? Follow me. Let me show you, you know what I mean? Joseph was already following him. You know, Joseph was his apprentice or whatever you want to, his young man, you know what I'm saying? He raised Joseph up. So when it was time for him to go, he said, okay, you know what it is. You know what I mean? Bum, 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 bum. I ain't going to see the kingdom, but, I'll be back. You know what I mean? Like, that's how we got to think. You know what I mean? Like, the Lord say, you ain't going to see the kingdom in this life. No sweat. Let me set it up so my kids and their kids can see the kingdom. And when I come back through one of them, I'm good to go. Okay? That's what we need. That's the mindset we need to have. Okay? Any more?
Just a little bit more.
Go ahead.
Verse 34. And I will bring you out from the people, and will gather you out of the countries wherein ye are scattered with a mighty hand. And if I could, real quick,
go ahead.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like you were just saying with that sister that's over there, you know what I'm saying? Like they scattered in these, like how you end up in Ukraine?
Yeah. Yeah.
Way over there.
Yeah.
And now you stuck there. This Bible is real.
Yeah, the Lord did that.
You know what I'm saying?
The Lord put her over there because she did what verse 32 said.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And now she is reaping the consequences of it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The Lord has got her jammed up in jail, slavery, or whatever they got her doing. and it's because she wanted to go over there and serve them, okay, and be a part of them. I just don't. Who goes to Russia, man? I mean, like
anywhere over there, like
who?
Russia, Ukraine? I don't see it. Like it's like going to Germany or.
It's like going, to Germany or Iceland or something. You know what I mean? Like some place where you know there's nothing. But,
like going to Antarctica or something.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like it's like going to Middle Earth in Lords of the Rings. Why would you go to Middle Earth? It's crazy. It's insane. Go ahead. Dang.
Oh man, and I will bring you out from the people, and will gather you out of the country wherein ye are scattered, with a mighty hand, and with a stretched out arm, and with fury poured out.
Now this time, that fury is what?
War.
Right. The first fury was on you. Yeah. Now this fury is going to be on them. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But what do we have? We got to make a conscious decision first to separate from them. Okay? What's the scripture say? Separate so you won't be partakers of their sin. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like that fury, why would you want to get it twice? Yeah. You've already got one good thrashing, you know, and you want another one? Why would you want it twice? You want two. That's what it's, you know what I mean? Like you want two.
When you put it like that, it don't make no sense.
It don't. Who wants two? So we have to separate. We have to make a conscious decision to separate from, so we don't get, you know what I mean, this second thrashing or this second fury, you know. Let's see. Young man, Yashala say, our people carry that old wicked spirit of selfishness. That's the whole thing, man. Like today, man, everybody, black people are selfish. They don't care about the next generation or the generation after that one. All they think about is YOLO. You got what? You only live once. You know what I mean? And that's some crazy terminology, because that's not our, you know, thinking. That's not our thought process. That's from the oppressor who has no understanding in the earth. He is a child. The Bible calls white people children. Okay, children will rule over you. Okay, the white man is a child. Oh, he's the dumbest thing on the freaking planet. Okay, only reason he is in rulership right now is because that's true too, but he's only in his position because, yeah, the Lord put him there and gave him that spirit of, what is it? The spirit of, you know, that hunter spirit. Kill everything. You know what I'm saying? Like, why was Pharaoh in charge? So the Lord can show his mighty hand. You know what I'm saying?
That's in here.
Right, go ahead, then. Go ahead, read. Let them know where you at.
The book of Ezekiel, chapter 20, we're at verse 25.
25?
I mean 35.
Oh, okay, 35.
20 and 35. And I will bring you into the wilderness of the people, and there will I plead with you face to face, like as I pleaded with your fathers in the wilderness of the land of Egypt. So will I plead with you, saith the Most High Power.
Right. When he pled with us, we were on the bottom in Egypt. You know what I'm saying? That's the same thing he's going to do again, because we're on the bottom again. You know what I'm saying? We are on the bottom, okay? And I will bring you into the wilderness of the people, and there will I plead with you face to face. Okay? The wilderness is like being on the bottom. You know what I'm saying? The wilderness is like you ain't got nothing. You know what I'm saying? We're in the wilderness right now. The Lord has brought us into the wilderness. There's nothing. Look at the ghetto. You know what I'm saying? Look at the barrios. Look at the reservations. It's nothing. We have nothing. And that's where he's going to plead with us at. While we're in the ghettos. Not while we're in the freaking White House, but while we're on the bottom. You know what I'm saying? After we don't got our thrashing, okay, now he's going to plead with us. Okay? Like as I pled with your fathers in the wilderness of the land of Egypt. Go ahead.
So will I plead with you, said the Most High Power, and I will cause you to pass under the rod, and I will bring you into the bond of the covenant, and I will purge out from among you the rebels, and them that transgress against me. I will bring them forth out of the country where they sojourn, and they shall not enter into the land of Israel. And ye shall know that I am the Lord.
Right. The Lord sound like he's gonna be doing some separating there. You know what I'm saying?
That's another cut to the Christian church to think that the Lord's kingdom is all about coming together with everybody.
Right.
With everybody. Like the Lord does so much separating.
It's
ridiculous.
I'm telling you, from the book of Genesis to the book of Revelation, he's separating. That's all he do is make a separation. You know what I'm saying? That's so crazy you brought that up because I saw I think it was General Mayaka Allah. He did a breakdown on how the Lord chose, like, because the Jewish people, you can't say nothing that is anti-Semitic, right? Well, you can't say nothing that's anti-Semitic against white people because they're not Semitic. What's that?
I said, he said that?
Khan. They're not Semitic because the Most High chose Jacob and not Esau. And once he chose Jacob and not Esau, he cut Esau off from being Semitic. Esau is no longer chosen. He's no longer part of it. So the real being anti-Semitic is shooting black people down the streets, being racist against black people. Okay. What else? Putting abortion against black people, putting drugs in black people. That's anti-Semitic right there. Okay. You can't be anti-Semitic against a white person because the Lord cut them off. He chose Jacob. Okay? And we have to, the Lord chose us. We have to make a conscious choice of our own to choose him. You understand what I'm saying? We have to choose him, not our oppressor. I wanted to get a scripture. I mean, there's so many separation scriptures, but the Lord separated us. It's all over the place. Okay. But let's get this is a good one. 2 Samuel chapter 7, verse 23. No one is like Israel to God. 2 Samuel chapter 7, verse 23. I mean, it's all over this book that our power, the one true living God. I mean, how amazing is that, Itazar? The one true God of the universe. Not, what is the Chinese, that big, not Buddha, you know what I mean? Not some piss-drinking African God. You know, the one true God of the universe that will crush and kill any and every other God chose niggas. Chose you, man. But it's almost like you refuse to choose him. You choose weed, white people, Islam. You choose anything.
It's crazy because one, we don't deserve to be chosen.
That's definitely true.
And two, like the scripture say, like if you would have chosen anybody else, they would have served like a Jewish man. He claims to be chosen by God, and he will not let you. He will tell you anti-Semitic.
Right.
Say he's not chosen.
He will not. He will separate himself from you. Okay. Scripture said the Lord would have he'd have chose a rock, and the rocks would have served him better than black people. Like niggas is off the chain, if I may. We running wild, Itazar. We running wild, man. We off the chain. God, boy, look at here, man. This is crazy. Go ahead.
The book of 2 Samuel, chapter 7, verse 23. And what one nation in the earth is like thy people?
What people?
Even like Israel.
That's his people. He called us thy people. Okay? He chose us. What nation on the earth? Anybody can ask that question. And I don't think you can compare us to nobody. You know what I'm saying? In what sense can any other nation of people say they're better than us? And what? You know, they try to make it seem like we the dumbest people on the planet. We just own drugs, we rapists, and but we are literally behind everything that is profitable in this earth. Every time I see some Itazar, every time I see something new come out or whatever it is, and some white man's pushing it, you know what I picture in my mind? There's some nigga in a room somewhere, like somewhere in a room, like he's doing, you know what I mean? He's doing all the work. It's some brother in a room somewhere, just doing all the work. And white society gets the acclimate like they are just wonderful. One of the brothers in the school said the only good thing Esau ever came up with was what is it? What do you patent? When you patent something, a patent. You know, that's the only thing. That's the only good thing Esau ever came up with, is how to patent something. Because they're gonna take what you got and make it. They're gonna patent it and make it their own. And now you just, you know what I'm saying? Just a slave. You know what I'm saying? Everything, man. Everything you can possibly think of profitable in this earth. Somebody, a black, Hispanic, or Native Indian came with it. Everything, man. Everything. Everything. I wouldn't be like, nuclear bombs are not profitable, but I wouldn't be surprised. Oh, no, they're profitable. That is true. That is true. That is going to be profitable. You're right. You are right. The water for that. You are right. That bomb is going to be highly profitable. That bomb, man, them nuclear bombs are, you know, precious to blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians that are in the truth. I'm telling you, those bombs are wonderful. Do not misuse them bombs, okay? Don't misuse them. We need every nuclear bomb we can get our hands on, or the Most High can get his hands on. Okay? So you keep making them, Esau. Keep making, keep going. Because that is going to be highly profitable to blacks, to Jacob.
Right.
Okay, that's going to be the beginning of Jacob. Like, it's so crazy how this word has never failed. What's that scripture that the Lord said?
No man shall want his name.
No, that you can test him. He's tried. He's been tried. I'll find it. I'll find it. Man, that's a good one. I like that scripture. It say like, Captain Schwartz gave me the breakdown. He was like, the Lord is basically saying you can bet on him. You know what I'm saying? Whatever he say, you can bet on it. Put money on it. If he said it, put money on it, dog. You know what I mean? That's why, you know what I mean? Like, I give nothing but respect to these brothers that, you know, came before me, man. Like, they hardcore. They held this thing down. You know what I'm saying? And let my black behind come up in here and, you know, taught me, been patient with me and showed me, you know what I mean? Like, until I can get it. Because, you know, it's hard to get it. Something, you know, you be like, saying you read it again, you got the breakdown. You read it again, you be like, oh, I don't get it. So, you know, they patient. These brothers are super patient with us, man. Week in, week out, you know what I'm saying? It's just wonderful, like, how the Lord has set up this school, man. It's wonderful, man. Because this school is not like all them fake Israelite groups. Because, you know, them fake Israelite groups, they be calling us trying to get breakdowns. Now, why in the world would you be over there and calling us? Obviously, something's wrong over there. You know what I'm saying? Nobody in this school would ever call anybody else besides a brother in this school to get a breakdown. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just proof. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was something that came out and within all this war stuff and everything, because they was giving the history on, you know, the real history on Russia and Ukraine and all this, that, and the third. And like 69 was that year, man. 1969 was that year. You know what I'm saying? Stuff happened in 1969.
There's a lot of different history moments.
Right. 1969 was a good year for blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. It's like fine wine. 1969. You know what I'm saying? So go ahead and read what you got, though.
The book of 2 Samuel, chapter 7, verse 23. And what one nation in the earth is like thy people, even like Israel, whom God went to redeem for a people to himself.
To himself. Like, I know brothers that, you know, that been in here for a while, and, you know what I mean, sisters that been in here, they've heard this, but the Lord chose us, man. He chose us. We opt to choose him. You know what I'm saying? We should opt to choose our God that chose us. Why would you not choose him? Anything outside of these laws, statutes, and commandments, you are choosing something else. Choose Yahweh, okay? Keep reading, Itazar.
And to make him a name, and to do for you great things and terrible.
Listen, he expected you to be something to the point where he can make a name for himself. You know what I'm saying? You know how, like, imagine if you got a child and you couldn't make it to the NBA or NFL, you know what I'm saying? But you raise up this child, you know what I mean, to be great, to be something, you know what I mean? And you want to make a name. You want to show, he's supposed to show out for you. We're supposed to walk this goddamn earth and show out for God. We're supposed to show out for him. Like every Yahweh, Jew, you know what I mean? Like be perfect in everything and show out for him. So he can have a name amongst these other nations. They'll be like, Yahweh. What, you know what I mean? What's the scripture say? What nation is so great that have their power so nigh unto them? We're supposed to be showing out for our God, man. We're supposed to be showing out on this earth, yo. Straight up. We're supposed to be showing out for our Father. Okay? And guess what? Listen, we do that in here. We do that in here. We show out. High holy days, we show out. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I'm saying? Even camp, we show out. You know what I'm saying? Right. Because we show out for our power. We show out. We put the shield on. You know what I'm saying? We put the armbands on and everything, headpiece. We correct in everything. You know what I'm saying? And we show out for our power, yo. We show out for the Most High. Every day, every week, every month, every year. Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge. We show out for our Father, our God, our power. Okay?
The precept is in Deuteronomy 4:7.
Deuteronomy 4:7. Okay, we'll get that. Go ahead.
For thy and to do for you great things and terrible for thy land.
Right. What did he do terrible for us to get our land?
Take us out of our land, put us in slavery.
No, but like for us to get our land.
Oh, you put worlds at nations against nations.
Right, when we came out of Egypt,
Okay.
and he gave us a land, he did terrible things.
Destroyed Egypt.
He destroyed people, nations, Egypt, the Hamites. He destroyed people for us. He did terrible things, okay, for us, okay, because he chose us. So we ought to choose him. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Before thy people, which thou redeemest to thee from Egypt, from the nations and their gods.
Right, he got us out of that. Okay. He I don't want to say, but yeah, he got us out of that. Okay, he brought us out of Egypt. Nobody else. Moses didn't bring us out of Egypt. God, Yahweh brought us out of Egypt. Okay, go ahead.
For thou hast confirmed to thyself thy people Israel to be a people unto thee forever, and thou, Lord, art become their power.
Most High Christ. Barakatah Yahweh Yahweh Shah. Okay, forever. You know what I mean? And he gave us the way back. You know what I mean? So we listen, this thing, we rolling, dog. You know what I'm saying? It's going down. You know what I'm saying? Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. Man, I wish y'all could see us show out at the Passover. They need to come. Hey, if you ain't in this school, if you ain't been to a Passover, boy, you need to come to a Passover. Listen, not because we show out, but because the Lord said you're supposed to come to the Passover. But God darn it, you need to come to these Passovers, because in this school, we show out for the Lord, boy. Boy, we show, man, I can't tell you, we show out. We do it big. We do it big, man. We show out for the Lord. Like, just imagine the biggest and best party you ever had. You know what I'm saying? Man, we show out for the Lord. We show out for Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah. Every year we show out for the Lord, boy. And I can't wait. April 14th and 15th, okay, Cocoa Beach, Florida. We showing out again. You know, I look forward. That's like the big show out. You know what I mean? We show out every day. You know, you can show you show out. You got your shield on, your armbands. You know, the high holy days, you get to take it to another level. You know, more of us. You know, we pack the dang building. You know what I'm saying? Frankincense filling the air. Good food, good wine. You know what I'm saying? But when the Passover comes, ooh, boy, listen, everybody out there in YouTube land, if you ain't been to I.S.U.P.K Passover, boy, you don't know what you're missing, man. Like, we show out. I'm telling you, boy, I can't even describe it. Passover. That's right, Chase. Passover, baby. Passover. We show out. Okay. Let's go ahead and piggyback off this and go to Deuteronomy.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 4,
you said verse 7, verse 6. You can just do 7.
Okay. Verse 7. For what nation is there so great, who have the power so nigh unto them, as the Most High our power is in all things that we call upon him for?
Right. What nation is so great? What nation can show out, okay, and say that they power will do whatever they need him to do, okay? And it's been proven, okay? It's been shown. We just have to do, you know what I mean? We just have to be right. We got to be in line, you know what I'm saying? But who else can say this throughout the records of history? Nobody else can say this, you know what I'm saying? For what nation is there so great? We great, man. We do things great. No matter how small, even in captivity, we great. We so great, our oppressor want to be like us. You know what I mean? Like, we're great. Over in Ukraine, there's some white guy over there trying to be a rapper. You know what I mean? Like, we're great, man. We are great people, okay? Who have the power so nigh unto them, okay? As the Most High, our power. No other nation can say that, okay? As the Most High, our power is in all things that we call him for, okay? We call on our power and he shows up, okay? He shows up for us, okay? All we have to do is choose him, follow his will, okay? Show out for him, and whatever we want, whatever we call him for, he shows up, okay? And that's Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, okay? That's how we supposed to be rolling in this earth today. And I just, you know what, I think to myself, Itazab, you know, thanks to the Most High in Christ and the men over me. My mindset now, because I'm starting to get it. Like, I think to myself, what do Black people need? What do they need to hear? You know what I'm saying? What do these niggas need to hear? What do the people what do they need to hear? What do they need? And that's what I'm trying to, I try to think, what do they need? How can I explain it to them, you know what I'm saying, in a way that they'll understand and get it and be like, that nigga owns something, you know what I'm saying? You got to try to break it down, you know what I mean? You got to try to give it to them to where they'll be like, yeah, I want some of that. You know what I'm saying? I want some of that.
It's crazy because,
go ahead.
It's crazy because, like, I've had conversations with brothers, people I know personally, and they, like, oh, you wanted something, you making a lot of sense. Well, I'm about to go smoke this.
Hold that thought. Hold that thought. But then, you know what you have to say to yourself? That's exactly what the men over me have said. They just need their ass whipped a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? which I don't need no more tail whipping. I don't need no more. I'm like, listen, I ain't even gonna lie, boy. I be trying to watch. I be like, what am I doing? You know what I mean? Like, because I don't want to get my tail whipped no more. You know what I'm saying? I'm tired. I'm done, man. You know what I mean? I'm looking out. I just constantly, did I do? Make sure I don't want no more tail whipping, man. I want the Lord to be with me, like from here on out, please, Lord. You know what I mean? Like, but we have a decision. It's always just like Captain Shawar brought up the other day about we was a Sabbath service. Remember, and King David counted the people. That spirit came into him, that demon, whatever you want to call it, and it said, you know, go count the people. But he had a choice to make, yo. He had a choice to make. And he made the wrong choice. And for him making that choice, I forget the number of men that died. Remember? Men died because he made a choice, a bad choice. He didn't even die, but other hundreds of men, thousands of men died because he made a bad choice. And that's where we at right now. We got to make better choices. Okay, the best choice you can make is to choose Yahweh. And if you choose him, that means you're going to do what he said. You're going to keep his word. You know what I'm saying? You're going to follow it like Yahweh did, because he's the best example, right? He came and broke it down to the white meat, okay, to the bone gristle. He broke it down and told you how to do it, you know what I'm saying, and why you should do it. You know what I'm saying? He broke it down. So if we follow Yahweh, man, you straight, dog. You know what I'm saying? You should be good. But we know also, you know what I mean? You come into the truth, and what? You have to prepare yourself for it. Yes. So the temptation's coming. Are you going to make the right decision? You know what I'm saying? And it's hard sometimes, man. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you've been fighting for years, and you know this little thing come in your mind. You're like, oh, that might be a little delicious. It ain't gonna hurt nobody. Sounds delicious. Ain't nobody gonna know. I'm gonna taste that thing, you know? And you jammed up. Because Satan is always trying to jam you up, man. Always trying to jam you up. And I'll be glad when he get put, you know what I mean, when he get cast out of, you know, we ain't got to do that no more. When the Lord, what he say, he gonna write the laws in our mind with a diamond or something like that, right? The scripture say he gonna put it in us like with the tip of a diamond.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you're correct. I just don't.
Yeah, but that's it, man. Like the Lord he gonna put this thing in us. You know what I'm saying? He gonna put this thing in us, just like when you was asking that one time. You said, "Well, do we have to keep the Passover when Christ return?" You know what I mean? I'm pretty. Listen, Passover is supposed to be. You know what I mean? Supposed to do that forever, throughout all generations. You know what I mean? Like that ain't even gonna be a thought. It's just gonna be automatic. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be automatic. Atzah.
Yeah. Listen, there's a reason why I asked that
Yeah.
though. Like, it's because I'll be like, you know, in the school sometimes brothers be saying, "Oh, this will be, Lord allow this to be our last Passover." So I'm like, okay, is there gonna be a last?
I got you now. I got you. Nah, that passed. Nah, I mean, like, I think they saying that in slavery. You know what I'm saying? This will be our last Passover in this condition. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Most definitely. I got a young man, Yasha Allah said, Salakia, sir, with 1 Timothy 5:8 be right on topic on how we should conduct ourselves with one another. That sounds like a brotherhood scripture. 1 Timothy 5 and 8.
1 Timothy 5 and 8?
He put 1 Timothy 5 and 8. I don't see it in my notes, but let's go to it.
I don't see chapter 5.
Oh. All right, Salakia. Hold on, let me go double check. You saying 1 Timothy don't have a chapter 5? Yeah, dude, Itazar. 1 Timothy got a chapter 5. You must be in Thessalonians or something. Okay. 1 Timothy chapter 5, verse 8. Let's see. But if any provide not for his own, and especially for those of his own house, he hath denied the faith and is worse than an infidel. That is definitely what we've been talking about. Okay? You're supposed to choose. What is a house? What's in a house? A family. Choose your family first, man. You know what I'm saying? You're supposed to choose blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. Okay? Let me see. Right. But yeah, that is right on point. So yes, young man. Yes, Yasha Allah. That is right there. What's the infidel?
Someone who is not basically someone who cheats.
An infidel is like a traitor.
Okay, that's a better word.
Right.
I was trying to put it like,
That's right, and that's what we dealing with now today. You see all these blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians that are in, Esau's government or in their media, or they go against black people. They hate black people more than the oppressor do. Okay, so they're a traitor to their people. They're infidel. Okay, so definitely most high Christ. This is definitely a good verse, man. But if any provide not for his own house, and especially for those, if any provide not for his own, okay, any black, Hispanic, or Native Indian, okay, and especially of those of his own house, you know what I'm saying? You ain't even helping your mama, your brother, you know what I'm saying? He has denied the faith. He don't believe that blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians should rule the earth. Okay, he don't believe that Yahawashi is going to come back and rule the earth. So he is going to join. That goes all the way back to that scripture you pulled. In Ezekiel, he chose other people than his own people. Okay, that's good. That's a good precept right there for what Itazar brought out. Go ahead.
I got infidel dictionary.
Go ahead.
Infidel. Now, one who is not a Christian or who opposes Christianity, an unbeliever with respect to a particular religion, one who acknowledges no religious belief, a disbeliever in something specified or understood. So,
What's the source on that definition? Oh, okay. Well, yeah, because that you could say that because he don't have the faith. He don't believe in Christ. Okay, he don't believe that Yahawashi is going to come back and rule blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians over all the other nations. So he choose to go ahead and just join on to them. You know what I'm saying?
I was looking at it like in the sense of like a marriage too, because they call infidelity when you like when a woman has sex with another man, they call her infidel.
Right.
Like it's like the same thing you said.
Yeah.
Like trader.
You trade, yeah. You don't. She don't have faith in her man. She's going to find another rod.
That's what I was
right. She's unfaithful. There's no faith there. You know what I mean? She don't believe that you can provide all her needs. She don't believe that, you know what I mean, she should listen to you. She's unfaithful. She's going to go and do something else. She's going to go put another rod in her hand. Okay? So that's, you know what I mean, like that. This is what I wanted to bring out, you know what I mean? Like Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, we can't be traitors. We can't be unfaithful. We have to have faith that Yahawashi. That's why these brothers and sisters are not doing with this. They don't believe that Yahawashi is going to come and, you know what I mean, like, and set this earth straight. They believe that Yahawashi is going to come and love everybody and choose everybody when he's only going to choose the people in this book. Okay? You need to read the Bible because it's only talking about one people. Okay? The Israelites, the Hebrews, the Jews. Okay? That's who Yahawashi is going to rule over. Well, that's the nation he's going to rule, and they're going to rule all the other nations. Okay? All right? And that's just what I wanted to bring out, Itazab. You know what I'm saying? That's, you know what I mean? Hopefully we, kind of hit it with that. You know what I mean? We knocked it out or whatever. So there's no questions or nothing in the room. I don't see no questions online. So, we right up on the time. I'm going to go ahead and salute everybody out, okay? And we'll end the class, okay? Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahawashi Barakathum to the brothers. Yahweh Shemal Alathum Ba'ashem Yahawashi to the sisters. And with that, we're the I.S.U.P.K, started out of 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York. We are under commanding General YAHANNA, and we are not affiliated with any other Hebrew Israelite group, okay? And with that, shalom.